What's up, everybody? Welcome to Among the Fence. My name is Aaron. It is time for New Music Friday. Going to be talking about some of the new releases coming out throughout the week of January 31st. And as always, if there's anything that I missed that you guys are looking forward to, leave a comment below letting me know what it is so me and everybody else can discover some new music. Also, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a like. Really helps appease the YouTube algorithm gods. And also, if you don't want to miss out on any of my future videos, any reviews, or any upcoming New Music Fridays, please don't forget to subscribe and ring the bell icon. That way you get notified when I do upload. But anyways, moving on now, let's talk about some new music. All That Remains is releasing their new album titled Antifragile. Honestly, I feel like this one can go either way. Some of the singles were good, some of the singles were a little generic and mainstream sounding. And this band has been around for so long, and they don't sound anything like they did 20 years ago when fans first fell in love with them. So because of that, I feel like it's going to be pretty divisive. There's going to be fans that love everything that they do, and there's going to be fans that don't really like them anymore because they don't sound like they did 20 years ago. And it's just, it is what it is. I'm looking forward to this. I'm excited to hear what they sound like now. I personally might not like it, but out of all the bands, I'm glad that this one is still around. We also get a new album from Great American Ghost titled Tragedy of the Common. And I love this band so much. Hatred Stems from the Seed is one of the best albums. It's so underrated. It came out in 2017, and it's just a forgotten about masterpiece. Almost 10 years, it's about 8 years old at this point, almost 10 years old. But that album is huge. If you haven't listened to it, go and give it a listen. It is phenomenal. They also released another album shortly after that. Well, not shortly. I think it came out in 2020, somewhere around there. Really good as well. This band just, their release just, they're consistently just so freaking good. The riffs are great. The vocals are intense. The singles for this have been solid. They're not the best things I've ever heard, but they've been pretty good. But I have a feeling the deep cuts on this album is where the magic is really going to happen. We get a new EP from Enterprise Earth titled Descent into Madness. They released one of the best albums of 2024, and they're back with a vengeance, it sounds like. The concept of this EP is based on descending into madness, as you could basically guess. They released the opening track for this titled I, the Descent, and it was absolutely beautiful. I loved it so much. And if this was an album, I feel like this would be another really strong album of the year contender, but it's probably easily going to make it into the top 5 EPs of the year. Thornhill's released a new single titled Silver Swarm. I loved their 2019 release, The Dark Pool, but they have changed quite a lot since then. Their last album was really split between fans. I still enjoyed it, but I gotta admit it wasn't nearly as good as the stuff they were doing before. And I feel like they're kind of moving more in that direction anyways. A little too, not necessarily mainstream, but it's just a lot easier to digest, I guess. It's not quite as crazy as they once were. Hopefully, this will still have some uniqueness to it at least. And I'm sure, I mean, it's not going to be a bad single by any means. But if anybody was really into The Dark Pool like I was, this just might be a little bit too different for them. Poison the Wells released a new single titled Trembling Level. This is their first new single for their upcoming album. And honestly, I've never really been all that much into this band. But I gotta say, they're fairly consistent. When I go through and listen to any of their music, I pick any of their albums, it sounds great. It's really good. They don't change a whole lot. They seem to grow pretty steadily. So I feel like fans probably aren't going to be too disappointed with this single. Hopefully, I don't know. I'll probably give it a listen. Just, I don't know. This isn't a band that's ever really spiked my curiosity, even though they've been around for so freaking long. We also get a new single from Jinjer titled Duel. I am so stoked for this. I don't know if this band can really do anything wrong at this point. The past couple of singles have been great, and I don't doubt that this will be too. And this just makes me more excited for the album. Even when they released, it's like something Daughter. I can't remember. It was the first single they released for this new album. Someone's Daughter, I think it was titled. I didn't like it at first, but then the second listen, it just clicked, and it's just brilliant. I just love it. They can't do anything wrong. Aborted is releasing a new single titled The Pain Will Be Exquisite. I have always kind of struggled with this band uh, I don't know. I don't know what it is. I don't really mind music like quite like this, like shock. I don't really remember what the name of this genre would technically be outside of, death metal or whatever, but it's got that shock value to it. And I don't really mind it. It's just their music hasn't really hit all that well for me. But I gotta say, the Vault of Horrors was fantastic. I liked it quite a bit. I did a review on it. I enjoyed it. It doesn't mean I absolutely fell in love with the rest of their discography, like what sometimes happens when I like an album. If I struggle with a band and they come out with a new album and I like it, I go through the discography again and I'm just like, you know what? It's kind of working for me now. It's not the case with this band, but I'm still very excited for this song because maybe I'll like this too. We also get a new single from Deafheaven titled Magnolia. I just finished writing up and doing my review for Scorched Earth by Harakiri for the Sky. And I know that these two bands are very similar, so I'm definitely going to be checking this out. I'm hoping to have that review up probably tomorrow, maybe the latest Sunday. Hopefully not. We'll see. But I know these two bands are very similar, and a lot of people like Deafheaven a lot more. I have listened to Sunbather a very long time ago, and I gotta say, it wasn't anything memorable. So maybe I need to go back and listen to it again. I know this band gets a lot of praise within the black post metal. I'm not really sure, post black metal community, if that's what you want to call it. But yeah, I'll definitely be checking this out because I did enjoy Harakiri for the Sky. It's not the best thing I've ever heard, but I'm definitely looking forward to this. That way I could check out some more Deafheaven. And that's it for New Music Friday. Like I said before, if there's anything that I missed that you guys are looking forward to, leave a comment below letting me know what it is. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a like. If you want to help support me and my channel, don't forget to subscribe and ring the bell icon. It does a lot for me and YouTube's algorithm, and also that way you don't miss out on any of my future videos. And I just thank you guys so much for taking time out of your day to listen to me sit here and talk about music. Thank you for joining in for another New Music Friday segment, and I hope you have a good rest of your day or night whenever you happen to be watching this, and I'll talk to you guys next time.